All right, let's handle this next one. As always, no matter what the question is, read the question sentence first. So it says, how far does the skater travel along that arc? And I think we might be talking about this over here. We see that we have our circle with an arc identified from this point to this point. And then we see that we are labeling that angle here as 60 degrees, which is also reaffirmed here in the actual information. So right over here, again, this is 60 degrees. Okay, so let's understand this fully. We want to know how far this skater traveled from here to here. We want to know what that distance is, and that is called, again, an arc. Remember that an arc, to find the length of an arc, is going to be the portion of what idea, everybody? The circumference, or is it the area? Which one is it? The arc is part of the correct circumference. It's a portion of the circumference. And to understand fully what that portion or fraction actually is, we need to understand what 60 over 360 is. Because remember, a full circle equals 360 degrees. So we want to know what portion 60 out of 360 is. My party people, what does that simplify to? What does 60 over 360 simplify to? 1 over 6, that's correct. So we have 1 over 6 of the circumference. What's that circumference going to be? Here we go. The circumference, and I'm going to just highlight this as a blue box. Hopefully that's enough space. We will find out. But we will go right over here. Because I am given the radius of 15 meters, I'm going to use the radius formula. So I'm going to say C circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius. My radius is again 15. So I have 2 times pi times 15. Everybody, what's 2 times 15 going to be? 30. That's correct. So the circumference here is going to be 30 pi. We have our circumference, and I can just tag that right down here. 1/6 of meaning multiply, 30 pi. And now that we're here, we will continue by multiplying the fraction with 30 pi, which will be 30 pi over 6. And my friends, this might be a little easier now. What's 30 divided by 6 going to give us? Yeah, it's going to be 5. 30 divided by 6, that's going to give us 5. We still bring that pi with us. But there's something a little strange here. I don't see my answer. Why is that, everybody? What am I supposed to do now, given that I don't see my exact answer, 5 pi, listed? Yeah, notice there is no pi listed in the answer choices. There's no pi listed at all. And so because of that, we must use the approximation. We must use the approximation. The approximation for pi is 3.14. And so that's what we're going to do. 5 pi is 5 times 3.14. We can do that right over here. 3.14. And really quick, if somebody is asking, hey, coach, why aren't we doing 30 times 30? It's because this is circumference, not area. Remember, if this was area, it would be 15 squared, radius squared. But this is circumference. It's 2 times the radius and times pi. So hopefully that clears that up there in the chat box. I saw that. And I know somebody watching this recording might have that question too. But let's go. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 1 times 5 is 5. Carry the 2 is 7. And then 3 times 5 is 15. What we'll do at the end is we'll count the decimal places 1 and 2. And we'll bring that back. 1 and 2. So our final answer here will be 15.70, which is the same thing as just saying 15.7, and that'll be 15.7 meters. And there we are, my party people. And there we are. The final correct answer is answer choice D. Booyah, my party people. And that wraps things up here with our examples and our exercises that have to do with not circumference and area, but partial circumference and partial area, better known as arcs and sectors. So question Number 2 here, we have which expression is equivalent to 12x multiplied by the group 12x plus 14. All right, cool. So when we take care of a question like this, we just want to really understand, again, quickly, what the goal is. I see a parentheses, and I see a number in front of that parentheses. That tells me we're going to be distributing. So let's write this over here on the right side. We have 12x, and then 12x again, plus 14. So help me out, everybody. We're going to begin by distributing the 12x to 12x, which, everyone, 12 times 12? Yeah, that's 144. We got to know that quickly. And then up next, we have x times x, which leaves us at x squared, exactly. So we're good in that first part. And you might be able to immediately tell that B and D are automatically non-answers. They're automatically out. So if you could just do that first part, you already have a 50-50 chance. Now let's see if it's going to be A or C by understanding what the final value is. Because it's a difference between 168 and 169. And to be honest with you, if I take a look at this, I can clearly see that this is supposed to be 12x times 14. Everybody help me out. If I take a look at those final digits, 2 and 4, when I multiply 2 times 4, what does that end in? Help me out, everybody. What does 2 times 4 end in? Oh, it ends in 8. Do I even need to take the time to do 12 times 14? Do I even need to do this? I don't, because I can clearly see that 2 times 4 is going to end with an 8, and so my correct answer here is going to be answer choice C. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to leave you behind. I'm not going to leave anybody hanging. I'm actually going to do the product here and multiply. But I want to show you these test-taking strategies because this saves you, in one question, it'll maybe save you an extra 5 to 10 seconds. But everybody, what's going to happen when you're consistently saving 5, 10, maybe even 15 seconds on a bunch of questions back to back? What does that mean for you? Yeah, it adds up. Exactly. It adds up. It adds up to almost having an extra problem worth of time at the end of the day. And you want that because any time that you can have to do the work, check your work, or review anything else is invaluable at the end of the day. So here we go. 12 times 14, 2 times 4 is 8. 1 times 4 is going to be 4. From there, plug that 0. Then we have 2 times 1. 1 times 1, add all this together, and we get 168 right there. So there we go. Correct answer here is answer choice C, and now we can continue moving on.